Yeah, I mean, it started with just a stupid little joke, and when I sort of looked at um, all the different aspects of the film, when I said, okay, well, let me apply this formula to to see if there's more than just these superficial jokes, and the story had resonance in today's society, and one of the things that early on clicked for me was what what would society, how would the media paint a Travis Bickle today? Like a loner, lone wolf. Oh, well, he, Columbine shooter, so he must be alt-right conservative. He must be a MAGA. He must. Like all of these things came out, and then I thought, well, what if, none of that was really actually true? Like how much can I play with the narrative in this film, where I know simply by putting a political stamp on this film, people are going to have opinions even if they don't see it. Okay, well, how can I play with those narratives? How can I, in a society that's so eager to jump to conclusions to make you the monster, in any case, in
Always
any way,
always the other,
can I tell the story where I go, okay, well, you believe the narrative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, what if I go 1, 2, 3? Are you still going to jump to 5? You are.
Right.
In fact, if I take 4 and do the exact opposite of what you would expect 4 to be, are you just going to edit that out?
Yeah,
are you going to say, oh, that's just poor writing, that made no sense, I didn't understand that, so I just skipped over it? But there's the evidence that what you're jumping to the conclusion of is erroneous. But you're in the movie censoring out scenes because they don't quite make sense, because they don't quite fit the narrative. What I found, not to give too much of the story away, but what I found interesting was the initial script when I wrote it, and I'm part of a writer's group, shout out to JJ's, we got, when they read it for the first time, someone said, oh, I get it. He's someone on the left who turns alt-right conservative.
Right.
And then someone else chirped in, well, I thought he was conservative the entire time. And then someone's like, he's a centrist and fuck centrists. And I'm like, well,
it's basically
that's closest to, like, but because as I said, because I didn't put him in a box, they didn't know how to deal with him. And they're like, oh, well, that's confusing. I'm like, no, that's perfect. So perfect that in fact I had to like add a final headline at the end of so at the end of Taxi Driver, they have that final shot that pans across the wall with all the articles on it, and it lands on the Jodie Foster who parents thank Travis Bickle for saving her, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, well, parodying the film, I want to do the same shot and follow a series of headlines of just showing the destruction after what's happened of this story, and then end on Travis Bickle's face with the headline, "Who is Travis Bickle?" Or sorry, not Travis Bickle. Who is Jack Grimstone? Right? Who is our main character? Because it is quite literally like, what do you take away? Like, I can show you the truth, but what you're going to do is you're going to take whatever perception of that truth makes the most sense to you, and that will be what you believe. That's why one person believed he was, oh, this is the trajectory. Another person believed, oh, he's conservative. Another person believed this. And when I did a second draft of it, someone said, I just simply can't get behind someone who's an alt-right conservative. I can't even like read the story. And I'm like, Jack Grimstone's hunting down the alt-right conservative politician.
Yeah.
How do you figure he's alt-right conservative?
Yeah.
And it was because he's got a gun and he wants to hurt someone.
Right.
So he cannot be on my side.
Right. Yeah, because anyone on my side would never choose violence or choose gun violence, right?
But that's the story. Right? Like, I'm like, how does your brain do that mental gymnastic? Because that in and of itself is the warning of the script, of saying we're dividing ourselves to the point where one side is already saying, we can do no wrong, you're the villain, and the left is going to be pushed to that extreme. We have Antifa already. There's all of these signs, and then there's an indoctrination of a younger sort of liberal collective that simply can't fathom the idea of someone on their side doing something violent. But like, we're all humans. Like, anyone is capable. Like, how do you think you're so superior, like that you can do no wrong? And that to me was like the warning sign. Like, my jaw hit the floor. I was like, whoa. I'm like, all right, now we're playing with fire. Like, oh my god.